When we go shopping online today, say for cameras, many websites let us narrow down our search by filtering in many different dimensions. For instance, we can filter to only cameras with 8 megapixels or higher, and then among those to cameras by Canon, and then among those to cameras costing between $200 to $300. Before we even click on any of those choices, we get a preview of how many results we're going to get. This browsing paradigm is called faceted browsing, and it's a lot easier to use than a simple text field if you don't know precisely what you're looking for. Now, faceted browsing is useful for more than just browsing things on the web. It can also be applied to your email. If you're like me who receive about 2,000 email messages per month, searching for a particular email can be a challenge, especially if the messages are displayed in a long list as found in all existing email programs. In this screencast, I'm showing you an extension to Mozilla Thunderbird called Seek that provides faceted browsing features for searching through email efficiently. Seek adds a panel below the toolbar that contains many facets. Each facet gives me a breakdown of my email in that dimension, so I can quickly see how many messages I've tagged to do or support and so on. I can see how many I've received today, since yesterday, since 2 days ago, and so on. I can see how many are sent directly to me, CC to me, and so on. I can see how many messages a person has sent me. This from facet is sorted by people's names, but I can re-sort it by the number of messages, and that immediately lets me know that David Carger sent me the most number of messages. The facets don't just give me an excellent overview of my email, they also let me filter my email. So if I click on David Carger here, I'm going to see only messages from David Carger in the list below. And then I can click on To Me to filter to only messages that David Carger sent directly to me. Then I can click on Within a Week to see messages David Carger has sent to me directly within a week. And here's a neat trick. When I check Include Whole Threads, I get full threads containing those messages. These threads include messages from people other than David Carger, and those extra messages help me understand the context around David Carger's messages. Seek is pretty configurable. You can reorder the facets by drag and drop, and you can add more facets. Oh, and you can also combine simple text search with faceted browsing. And here's something we are starting to explore. You can view your email messages on a timeline. By looking at your email this way, you can start to see some patterns emerging. Look at the density of the messages depending on the time of day. But timeline is just one possible novel way to look at your email. I'm sure you can imagine other ways. How about plotting where your messages came from on a map? I hope this screencast gives you some wide ideas of how you can work with your email messages in more novel ways, browsing to them more efficiently, visualizing them to discover new patterns. So install the Seek extension if you're using Thunderbird, and please do give us some feedback.